Hello everyone, welcome to Onyx Earth Tarot. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. So we're back with another pick a card reading. It's timeless and it's love based. I know it's been a while, especially since you guys got like another love reading of this nature. This is our standard for those of you that are new. This is our go-to. What's your crush thinking, their feelings, their next move. So we're going to tap in with all of you in the collective to see what's going on with all of your crushes. There is this weird new wave, pun intended, because this is a, under the sea themed, goddess of the sea themed reading. It just feels like a wave of clean, fresh energy. So I don't know if you all have like brand new crushes or if it's just new viewers, subscribers coming in. It just feels like new stuff hitting the table. I was cleansing, not necessarily like physically cleansing, but like preparing the table for the read. And it felt like, let me make sure it's extra clean. Let me make sure everything's ready to go. No residue. Okay. So I am wearing, just so you know, I'll plug in the slot so you can see what this is, what it's all about, and how to go about getting you one or one similar. This is the Virgo Vulnerability set from Otter Spirit. If you want to learn more about that organization, the bracelets they sell, and the causes that they support, you'll see it in the plug and also in the description box. Don't forget to support that zodiac reading that I posted. If I post this when I say I'm going to post it, it will be live yesterday. So I already knew y'all weren't going to watch that reading, but I did it anyway because I'm a team player and it's going to support this reading. So definitely go back if you're not the type that normally watches the non-love readings, okay? So what else do I have? I am doing personal readings. I will also plug that slot as well for those of you that are interested. It's very easy to do now, as well as checking in with the bracelets, right? So for those of you that are visually impaired, or if you simply like to choose based on these verbal descriptions, let's go now. Pile number 1 is the sea otter, on theme with not only the under the sea, but the maker of the bracelets that we're supporting, right? Pile number 2 is the flowing wave with pearl, and these are sugar cookies, just to remind everyone. And then pile 3 is the mermaid, and then pile number 4 is the sea coral waves with pearls. All right, I'll give you a moment to make your selection, and if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. Hey family, all of the details for personal readings are in the description box below, or you can scan here for ease of access. Also, if you're interested in gemstone bracelets like the ones that I'm wearing, you can scan here and type in code OnyxEarth20 for 20% off of your order. And remember that Otter Spirit donates $1 for every bracelet that they sell, so help us support this wonderful cause. All right, pile number 1, my sea otter sugar cookie. Let's see what your crush is thinking, their feelings, and potential next moves. So for those of you that are new, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read from a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in the lesson and the journey. Now, I love the sea otter. I'm excited about the sea otter. I don't know what's going to come through, but it ended up on the thumbnail because there's an overall theme. So go to the zodiac reading that I'm linking. You definitely have messages in there, regardless of what your placements are. They're all signed messages. Go back to that one if you didn't see it. And then also the bracelets that I'm wearing are a part of why that cookie is here. If you're interested, I do have information regarding it below. Like for this pile, it's not necessarily a plug. I did that in the intro, but these are Otter Spirit brand, okay? And if you're seeing Otter Spirits, definitely go to the reading with the zodiac signs, okay? And look up what otters symbolize as a spirit animal. All right. And all of this could be relevant, right, for you. Let me see what's going on with your crush. Okay, my pile number 1. I got a wave of an inferiority complex. I don't know what that's all about. Like feeling less than, feeling lack. it does not feel like it's necessarily coming from you. It feels like it's coming from the crush, okay? The person you're asking about. So I don't know what's going on. Feels like they may be dealing with something, maybe a little bit of a struggle. Okay. Not gonna get all in their personal business. Let me just see. Let's tap in. Pile number 1. Tell me what my sea otter's crush is thinking, feeling regarding this sea otter, my pile 1. Let's be specific to my pile number 1, please. Hey, look at you. We got a goddess of wands here, a little sunflower energy, some red. Yeah, look at you. You might need this. This might be you. Goddess of Wands talks about being very inspired, very creative, and just kind of tending to a garden, whatever that garden is symbolic of, right? So it feels like a person that really, for some reason or in whatever way that it's relevant, wants to like nurture you. This is someone that's really like excited and passionate about being supportive of you, of nurturing you, of possibly taking care of you and things like that, like inspiring. That's the vibe that I get when this person's like kind of thinking of you. And it's always a polarity. So this could be how this person sees you. If you feel like I'm describing you and they feel really grateful and appreciative with that sunflower, makes them feel really good if this is how they see you. But this, if it's not how they see you, this is definitely the energy they're sending you when they're thinking, okay? I like it. I like it. All right, my pile number 1. What's your crush thinking? Feeling, potential, next move. All right, got Son of Pentacles. We got a really stable. I keep hearing like, ooh. I don't know if this person may actually be thinking that. I don't know what your situation is. I keep hearing slow moving, like repeating in my head, and that's not where I wanted to go with the card, but slow moving. Son of Pentacles, which is the Knight, is the slowest of all of the knights, right? It's very meticulous, very like patient. It's like, let me plan, let me know list out all of my steps before I make my first move. Like that's kind of what it is. So this person's either thinking I'm too slow, like I don't know what to do. I'm trying to like plan, I'm trying to figure out what to do when it comes to pile 1, or they're thinking too slow, as in that shoe. It just depends on who you are and where you fall in this message. So far, just to give you a temperature check if you're in your right place, right space. Oh, I'm like, I got a lot of space. What's that? Okay. I pulled the stand up a little higher, a little taller. So that actually could be relevant. We talk about like distance, like looking down, like height and things like that. Like I'm way above the table in a way that lately I don't feel like I've been. So we've got 2 energies here. We got a very fiery, passionate feminine. We've got a very easygoing, grounded masculine. And that could be any form of gender expression, okay? There we go. Let me get one more. Take the bottom and we'll pull from these other cards. Tell me, do or die. We got Judgment Day on the table, number 20, Major Arcana. Talks about finally going for something, making a decision, final call, right? It's like, I have to do it, I'm gonna do it, the end, right? Especially where we talk about hesitating and being a little bit too meticulous and not really knowing how to go about certain things, like over planning. That's kind of, or overreacting, right? I say over planning, but overreacting, right? Some of you, this is a crush that actively overreacts to you and they know this. And so in them completely overreacting for you, they feel like, okay, I have to stop doing that if I actually want to engage the sea otter. All right, so let me see. I do see Judgment is like, I have to do something, anything. So there is a next move. You've got the 4 of Swords, which talks about rest. It does talk about healing. It talks about peace. Okay. Yeah, I mean, so far I've got this person's like, I'm really excited about the pile 1. I really need to figure out what to do about the pile 1. I'm ruminating. I'm overreacting to the pile 1, and I have to do something to ease my mind. Like if I don't figure out how I want to handle the situation, if I'm going to approach the sea otter, if I'm not going to approach the sea otter, if I'm going to take things further with this person where you're maybe engaging, right? It's kind of like if I don't figure it out soon, I'll constantly be in this planning, slow moving state. Okay, and it won't bring me peace. That's where we are. So let me pull from these astrology based oracle decks. I'll pull from the tarot, and then I will get you advice. Empowerment one, let's see, Otter Cookie. What is their crush thinking? What are they feeling? And their potential next move when it comes to my sea otter cookie. Oh, okay, well, give me a second. I feel like I'm like shuffling, tearing things up. Okay, so the card that fell in the most chaotic way because it flew like past me in an unnatural way that probably would have been a little weird if I was not reading tarot cards, right? Like it flew past my right side, like it just blew right past me behind me. And I'm used to cards jumping out forward towards, like away from me, right? Not like how does a card flip behind you, right? And it did. So I had to like literally get up and go behind me to get it. So it was fixed energy. So that is Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. Those could be placements that you or this person has. This could be relevant seasons, okay? But it talks about stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. It does feel like a kind of I'm not gonna go anywhere kind of a vibe for this person. Like I'm really invested in stabilizing and grounding, right? Because the Knight of Pentacles is actually a very stubborn energy. It feels like someone that thinks about you a lot, and someone that kind of has their sights set on you. So that's what we've got here, okay? And it's like blowing past something, blowing past, like if you're doing that or if that person does that, I don't know, like it's like a blowing past me kind of a vibe that I got. So that's a thinking of something for sure. At the bottom, you've got House 9, which says spiritual growth. It feels like mustering up courage, right? It does. And then House 9 also talks about like higher learning, higher education, higher perspectives, like a broadened perspective. It feels like this is a person that's made some revelations, that's had some revelations regarding how they are or are not engaging you, right? It almost feels like they're realizing like fixed can be a stuck, stubborn energy. And it feels like, okay, realizing that they're very rigid and set in their ways in a way that is hindering any progression towards you, if that makes sense. All right, there we go. Clearing things up. There's something that this person wants to clear up with you, okay? Tell me more about what this crush is thinking, feeling, and their potential next moves with my sea otter, please. Three, look at you. Okay, we do have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon, okay? And then you're very close to achieving your goal with the gibbous moon. We have full moon in Taurus, so more fixed sign energy happens during Scorpio season, which is the full moon in Taurus. It says your dreams need a practical plan. This is a planner. This is a person that really is a planner. They're real, like everything that they're thinking of when it comes to you is plan, what they have been planning, what they're trying to plan. Like it's all about figuring things out, orchestrating and how to actually execute with the Judgment. Because this person seems to be like, how do I actually make this happen? How do I actually like go for it? How do I actually do the thing? Okay, we do have the blue moon, which is believe in the impossible. It seems to be this person is making this huge tedious task, and it could very well be, right? Because some of you, this person may just be overreacting. Others of you, it's an actual tedious task of like figuring out what to do, how to do it when it comes to you and any potential connections. Okay, right? Because reaching goals, practical plans, right? needing a miracle, with believing in the impossible. But again, it's all about goals and plans and things like that. That just seems to be this person's nature. Even house 9 is very much a goal oriented house because it talks about expansion and growth and learning and evolving, right? So it's all about growing. Some of you, this person seems to think that they need to grow and elevate in some way to either be compatible with you, for you to be interested in them, or for them to be comfortable enough to like even go further with you, right? Even if there's a mutual, if they feel like there's a mutual interest, like you would be very interested in them, they just still feel like there's a certain level of comfort with who they need to be comfortable being with you, if that makes sense, because they see you in that high of a regard. So they definitely see you as really special though with the blue moon. So they think very highly of you, and house 9 feels like respect. So I'm going to pull from these 2 left decks, and then I will close it out with your advice. So tell me more what this person is thinking, their feelings, their potential next move. Right now, the next move, there is one. This person, like, it's going to have to happen at some point, but they don't know yet. So I can't help you with that. Maybe we'll get in these next 2 decks, but so far it's kind of a figuring it out. Like, this person's just figuring it out. You're like, they're almost there, right? They're still planning whatever the thing is, okay? Some of them are like, I'm gonna have to go out on a prayer with believe in the impossible and have faith in your dreams, like just going out on a limb and going for it with judgment. Like, that may be it. Random and spontaneous. Okay, tell me what my Pile 1's crush is thinking. What are they feeling? What's the next move? Incoming energy of honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. They definitely want to spend time with you, whatever form that is, right? Like, so it could be date, like figuring out how to get you on a date, how to get you alone, how to get you in a setting with them. If this is long distance, like how to get to you, how to get you to them. That's a thing. Okay. And then we've got wedding. The situation involves marriage. That is the fixed sign energy. This combination could be like it's going to happen. I just don't know when or how, because honeymoon and wedding feels like someone that's really looking to make it happen. Now, there's also that group of you that support me. You don't really have a crush. You have a partner, right? You have a fiance. You have a spouse. Here we are. Here we go. Wedding and honeymoon. Look at you. That's the next move. So I love to see it. I love my happy couples. Thanks for supporting the channel and bringing good vibes to the people that need it. Okay, because some of the viewers have some chaotic stuff in the love life. That's why we do these readings, and it helps when they see things that are good and progressing on the table as well, right? So let me see. One more love message for my sea otter. Breakup. Well, what is that? Time apart is on the horizon. This may be short term or long term. Now, why would you bring that here? We were just talking about great news and stuff like that. Well, some of you, this person, especially if we're talking about like a spouse or like a fiance, like, or someone you've been just living with a really long time, where it's like common law marriage, they're worried that like you're gonna break up with them. Oh, that's what's going on. It's not that much chaos. I mean, it could be. Some of you, like, this person's worried that they're dragging their feet when it comes to like marriage, and that, you know, you're gonna break up with them, or it could be the opposite, right? Like, you're taking too long when it comes to marriage, so they're gonna leave it alone. I mean, that is what it is. Like, that's the thing. Because judgment is never going back. Anything that happens when the judgment card, it is a decision, it is a move, but it's irreversible. Like, you cannot go back once you do it. Like, so some people see marriage as kind of like binding in that way. Some people desire marriage in a way where it's like, if I'm not going to get it here, then it's over. That's kind of what I got. Not to bring the shadow through here, but that's what I've got. Okay. With that, what's at the bottom? Somebody's ready for love. And if they're not going to get it in one place, ooh, I'm talking too much. Yeah. Then if they're not going to get it too much, like if we got that slow moving night, if they're not going to get it there, then they'll get it from somewhere else. So, right, you've been understandably guarded, scared of being hurt again, but you took the time to heal. Now you are ready to try love again. Some of you, this person is evaluating their history when it comes to relationships, right? So they're thinking of you, they know what they want, they're thinking long term, they're evolving spiritually, they're learning, they're ascending, and they're reflecting in a way of how they want to get to this honeymoon and wedding energy with you, right? Like, this feels like a person at one point didn't think that love was for them, with have faith in your dreams and this blue moon. Like, they didn't think it was like, it's not gonna happen for me. And meeting you, interacting with you, being interested in you, they're like, maybe Pal One could be the one I go all the way with. And in reflecting on their past, they're like, you know what? I actually am ready for love. I'm grounded. I've ascended. Here we are. Here we go. I like to see it. So let me get you some advice. Let me pull. I'm going to pull from the New Orleans Oracle set. And then I'm going to get advice from the Talisman Oracle. Tell me my advice from my Sea Otter. What do we need to tell my Sea Otter regarding this crush? What do they need to do regarding this crush? Look at you. Hey, seashell with the pearl line. Yeah. I'm telling you, we got the under the sea, the little sea mermaid theme today with the Sea Otter. I love that this came out in the Sea Otter pile. Look at you. It talks about a special gift. It says that you could be very giving, right? In giving and expressing your love with this person, you'll get it reciprocated and some. Okay, I get that. And then here, look at you, adventure. So all of this blue, you definitely are the one that likes all of the blue piles. You love the under the sea readings. I like it too. Good for you. But go on an adventure with this person, right? Be free and like be open to the connection with this person, or deepening of the connection with this person, and you'll be surprised with a little extra. Okay, so I said I was gonna pull from this, so I will, and then we'll actually wrap it up. But yeah, go on an adventure with this person and you will get a special little gift. Okay, yep. Change. You have to be willing to change. You have to be willing to grow and adapt. This is the chameleon spirit, okay? So your change, grow, evolve, and equilibrium, okay? So be in balance, be in equilibrium, be in harmony, right? And allow things to change and adapt as they need to, including yourself, okay? So that is all I have for you today, my sweet otter spirit. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, pile number 2, my flowing wave with pearls. Let's see what your crush thinking, their feelings, and potential next move. This is actually my like smallest cookie. It's like, right? It's not a mini cookie, but I don't know. I noted that it's smaller than the other one, so that may be relevant in some way. So let's see what your crush is thinking. You will hear these bracelets shake if you are interested in them. I have a slot at the beginning of the video you can go back to. I have thumbnails for everything on here and information in the description box. But I don't know, I just got a vibe that this pile specifically was gonna be like, what's that shaking? Some of you are very like sound is a thing, and you're like, what is that? What is that? Are those beads? No, it's gemstones. So, you know, tell me about my flowing waves with pearls. What is their crush thinking, feeling, potential next move? Okay, just like okay, well, you know what? We're not. Let's do it. You're taking all 3 and the bottom. All one go. So this person's thinking, oh, they think the world of you. Look at you. They think you like look so good. They think you're so great. They think you're so special. I like to be that way in these readings because my love readings are really sweet and fun. When I get a pile like this, they think like, oh, look at my pile too. We got the Supreme, which is unique to this deck, right? It's like, you know, the whole world, like everything and then some. Like they see you as the supreme person. I like it. This is definitely a person that only has eyes for you. All right, God of Pentacles talks about being grounded, stable, mature, having life together. Okay, And then we've got that Ace of Swords, which is like clarity, clear. This is a person that feels like they see you clearly in the best way. Like they feel like they can see very clearly with you. And like the vibe of this feels like someone that and I know it's a crush reading. Some of you are asking about your current partners, which fine. But if you are not, remember I read past, present, and coming. Something about this specific person. It's like, I don't know if they're just not used to having people that are clear and transparent and just like either honest or just like this way. Something about your energy is different in the best way, where they just feel like there's this level of transparency they've not had before. Okay, so let me see. It's at the bottom. Yeah, we got that Nine of Wands, which talks about pausing and assessing and evaluating. So this feels like someone that is kind of in a pause to assess. Like this is someone that definitely sees you clearly, and there's not a heavy shadow, but there's where you know who you're asking about. There's an edge of I know exactly how this person is, right? Like it could be the worst thing, but again, that's not the dominant. I just want to make sure those of you that ask about certain people, like this person, like, yeah, I definitely see this person clearly in the worst way. But on my lightest sense, this person's kind of in awe of you, right? Like this person is kind of in awe of how great they see you as, right? Like just pausing to, like sometimes they just stop and reflect on how great they think you are. And then like when they see you, they just kind of stop and admire you. Like it's great. I love it. Let me pull more from this deck. Get these astrology cards for my pile number 2 and flowing wave with pearl sugar cookies. Tell me, yeah, they think you look so great. Look, it's the second pile where I got a seashell with pearl. So I like it. At the bottom, I actually do have Virgo energy. The letter V could be relevant, and some of you or this person, you have little astrology lesson. You have Venus in Virgo in your charts. So if you have Venus in Virgo, look at you. You're on the table. Otherwise, it could be this person, okay? Yeah, I don't know. This person sees you as like something about the color gold so great and prosperous, because I was like, what's this on the card? And the lighting is not that great, by the way. But like, I don't know that I've ever, I use this deck so much. I've had it for years, so much so that this is the original, right? Like, I don't think that she makes it anymore like this, but this stack of gold just really randomly called me. And I don't know if that's just like, if some of you just wear gold jewelry, or like you just look good in gold, or if you're just that grounded and stable, it's just in your life and your career, this person is in awe of that. Like that's kind of what I'm getting. Okay. All right. Pile 2. Tell me what this crush is thinking, feeling, potential, next move. Got the moon. It says satisfy emotional needs, nurture self and others. So the moon is a really like, I don't want to be like, it's a sneaky vibe. So, I mean, the shadow's coming out, but like the lightest sense of that, like obviously, right, the shadow is this person's like, they see you clearly, they feel like you're sneaky. But the lightest side is like moving like in silence and beneath the radar. So like this person's like kind of, they either feel like you do that, or they're doing that, right? And they're thinking of ways to be even more sneaky. And like I mentioned, the Nine of Wands of being like in awe, and the Ace of Swords of kind of like seeing and understanding clearly. Like there's like this sneaky beneath the radar thing here on the table this person's thinking about or doing. It doesn't have to be the worst thing. It could be the best way, especially when we talk about admiring people, since it's under the Supreme. But like the moon does talk about like emotional connection. So this person feels deeply in tune with you on an emotional level, or they see the potential for that. And then also a level of comfort, right? When we talk about emotional connections, that often establishes comfort. Ooh, like I gotta, you know what? Maybe it's like kind of like a knocking off your feet energy, or like catching someone off guard. I got a wave of like lightheadedness. So I don't know what that's all about, but it's like kind of like you make this person a little woozy. I don't know what's going on, but that's kind of the thing. Okay. So the moon, in astrology, it rules the sign of Cancer, which is home, family, comfort, things like that. But in tarot, it's Pisces energy, okay? Which talks about like 12th house, hidden things, sneaky behavior, things like that. So those are themes this person's thinking of. We've got Chiron, which is hurt and heal. Yeah, okay. So, I mean, that shadow is there, right? Again, it's not the loudest thing, but it is, in fact, there, okay? All right. Chiron and the moon. So Chiron talks about healing, right? Whether that's something you're doing, this person's doing. It just feels like a heavy theme on the table of what this person's thinking about. When we talk about emotions, like healing emotionals, healing wounds, healing trauma, like this is like a tarot reader. So when we talk about like energy healing, that could be a theme. That's something this person's thinking about with you. Okay, some of you, this person feels like they would connect with you if they don't know you very well, deeper with your trauma healing journey, things like that. Okay, like something about the emotions and healing seem to be a theme that this person's thinking about with connecting with you, whether that's an active connection we're already talking about or something they see as pending. All right, let me pull here. Number 2, tell me more. What's the crush thinking, feeling, potential next move towards my pile number 2. Some of you person's pausing, and that clarity of knowing to pause to kind of prioritize their emotional well-being and things like that. Surrender to the divine with the full moon. Yeah, so like it feels like someone that's pausing to kind of like get themselves together, right? Surrender to the divine feels like the supreme. This person sees you as like everything and then some. Like they do. Definitely someone that only has eyes for you. I don't know why that needs to be like specified. It is. And if we know that's not a thing and we know that there's a shadow, this is someone that sees you as sneaky. Okay. And when I say like only has eyes for you on the lighter side, supreme and surrender to divine could be surrendering to any and everything. So just be cognizant of who you're asking about. All right. Because it's not loud, but there's at least a couple of people where the shadow does want to clarify. We've got Taurus energy. Prosperity lies ahead. Okay. So, all right. Well, some of you, this person's pausing to assess. They feel like things will be better when we talk about like emotionally and healing. Once we look ahead towards prosperity, that 9 of Wands does feel like a pausing to kind of wait for something. Like it feels like, okay, let me just, take a pause before I have to finish this out and before I have to close this out. That's the energy. Okay. So that's kind of where this person's head is, of kind of like maybe it's clearing and healing here and then grounding and becoming more prosperous, whether we're talking about spiritually, emotionally, physically, materially. That's where we are. Okay. Let me see. Waiting for a more prosperous time, a more convenient time. Tell me. I even heard the words waiting for a sign. Let me see. Tell me more about my pile number 2. What's the crush thinking, feeling, potential next move? So I don't get what the next move is like towards you. I get a prioritizing, like a healing and connecting in that way and being whole enough to connect in that way where it's not chaotic. And I get a prioritizing energy here. All right. Surrendering to the divine is a thing. So some of you, it might not necessarily be a next move depending on who you're asking about, because surrendering to the divine, it feels like giving it to God. Okay. I don't know what that is, especially with that 9 of Wands. It's like, I'm going to pause before closing this out. But the closing it out doesn't necessarily need to be pursuing you. It could simply be like a moving on, if that makes sense, depending on what this is referencing. Yeah, because I mean, look, Chiron, the moon, this does rule your family. I mentioned like house 4 is your comforts, it's your home, your family, your ancestry, right? So you've got healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So some of you, this person has issues like wounds, core wounds with their family, particularly when we talk about maternal figures. You have a full moon. So those are things this person's figuring out actively. Okay. And we've got give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. And they seem to be thinking that these will be key themes in a connection and that these need to be worked on prior to progressing in whatever way we're talking about. That Nine of Wands to pause, to reflect and assess. Okay. It's like this is a core wound or whatever that needs to clear before progressing, where we're talking about a connection or someone that's actively dealing with, it could be chaos. When we talk about family issues, this is family issues here coming to head. And then we have a pause and just figuring things out, especially when we talk about like materially. Taurus does rule the second house of your money, your assets. So it could be money, asset related with the family. Those are themes, okay? So it feels like things this person needs to clear up. What we're telling all this person's business. I don't care, but I don't really prefer to do that. But it's a theme regarding you and the next move, right? Give your relationship a chance seems to be the thing this person's optimistic about. It just feels like, come on. There we go. It seems to be a theme that this person needs to kind of work through so that it doesn't, I guess, spill over in whatever connection you have. Or like, cause think about it, if there's not a connection and this is a crush, this is a person's like, I got a lot that I'm dealing with right now. I don't have time for necessarily a thing, if that makes sense. That's what I'm getting here. Okay, so let me pull here. All right, pile number 2. My last love card. I'll get you 2 advice. Yeah, see, like, have faith is a thing. Surrendering to the divine, the supreme, have faith. So this seems to be like someone that may be clinging to their faith. Yeah, it feels like, again, that pause to assess. Whether that's pause to assess the connection, pause to assess if they're ready for a connection, right? Pause to clear things out prior to stepping into a connection. That's what I've got. My pile 2, my final love message. What is her thinking, feeling, potential, next move? Yeah, to be patient as whatever, because it feels like a person that may have more important things going on, or if that's you, could be both. But it feels like patience isn't the next move, right? Why the rush? There's no need to rush divine timing. Enjoy the journey because it's worth the wait. Divine timing. Supreme, surrender to the divine, right? We've got the supreme, we've got surrender to the divine timing, right? Being patient. Nine of Wands does talk about patience. It's knowing to take a break when it's necessary to take a break before going for something, closing something out, right? You would much rather take a pause and then close something out the right way because you're fully rested, you're clear-headed, versus trying to power through maxed out energy, right? And that could be in any, when we talk about emotional exhaustion, when we talk about relationships, taking a pause, taking a step back, especially when we talk about like my couples here, if there's been like struggles and like arguments and confusion, whatever the confusion is, just like taking a step back before you do irreparable damage to one another. That could be a thing. We do have reconciliation. Be open to someone returning and wanting to work things out. There you are. There you go. So yeah, being patient and being willing to reconcile. And even my crushes, it kind of feels like crushes where you have lives outside of each other, as I hope you do, because that's a normal human thing. It's, you know, just because you like somebody does not mean your life revolves around them. You do your stuff the way you were before you knew they existed. And then feels like an opportunity to come together as you prioritize other things. Let me get this advice. Feels like someone that is optimistic, though. It just feels like prioritizing stuff, okay? I did see companionship, so some of you can prioritize like your other relationships, your other friends, right? For sure. Tell me my advice for my pile number 2 regarding, okay, you're that group. You always want more than one. I don't even, you know what? You're cheated, so I may not get you from that other deck. You've got spiritual knowledge, all right, which is like the supreme. Use the knowledge available to you, right? We've got flow. Look at you. You got the flowing wave of a cookie. That's why you picked it. It actually kind of favors like the shaping, right, of your cookie. Look at you. Alignment. So, 28 and 29 are steps, okay? We do have learning. Flow, learn, and use the spiritual knowledge to take you where you want to go. Third eye is seeing things clearly, like that Ace of Swords. So just be fluid, learn, adapt, evolve, okay? I actually do need a card from this because that's a really vague advice, right? But be fluid, be willing to learn, use your spiritual knowledge. And one more, we'll close it out for my pile 2. Look at you. Giving your relationship a chance, though, when the time is right, will bring you much happiness. Okay, when the time is right for you and this person, much happiness. And my sunflower, solar energy, there you are, there you go. Okay, so be happy. And navigation with the fish. Oh yeah, you're definitely, there's a lot of water energy here. Okay, and do what is going to make you happy, right? The lightest end of this pile, giving the relationship a chance regardless of what's happening, would make you happy. Navigating through that, it does feel like a navigating through that together could be happy. On the lightest end of the pile, in the most shadow sense, it's saying to navigate towards happiness regardless of where that puts you with this person, right? Be fluid, learn, use your spiritual knowledge. All right, so that is all I have for you today. My pile number 2. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, pile number 3, my mermaid. Let's see what your crush is thinking, their feelings, and potential next move. So for those of you that are new here, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read from a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself and the lesson and the journey. And I'm laughing because the tape was clear, it's fine. But like the previous pile just made me giggle when I closed it because when I sat with you, I realized you are not like that group. But it was a what's all that noise pile because I'm wearing bracelets. If you're interested, I do have the information in the description box. But when I stepped into that pile, it was immediately an energy of what's all that noise. And that just was funny, and it carried over to this pile. Because you don't seem to care. You're just like, nah, I don't care about all of that in the background. So yeah, so something about being memorable for this pile and just it being funny, because it was like being funny and memorable is a theme, okay? And I'm just using that previous pile as reference to that, right? Because I'm already getting like a funny, gleeful energy, okay? So tell me more. Like this person probably thinks that you're funny and memorable, okay? My pile number 3. Tell me about this mermaid. What's your crush thinking, feeling? Oh no, what's all of that? What's all of that? Listen, we're gonna start over because I'm not doing it. We've got a moving on. We've got like a ascending and trying to find yourself. Like I kind of use this as like, for my Christians, this is like Moses in the desert, right? Finding yourself. Okay, an incoming energy of anxiety. This person is beginning to get worried, right? Like they're trying to figure things out and they're starting to get worried. Past energy. We're not doing that today. Some of you, that was an energetic tap-in of how this person was feeling, okay? Hence why we got the 6 of Cups, because the 8 of Cups could also be reflecting on what was. All right, my mermaid group. Okay. Tell me what your crush thinking, feeling, potential next move. All right. Incoming energy. 7 of Swords. So what is that? So this is a bit of a sneaky, kind of sly energy. It's kind of like a beneath the radar, right? Energy. So something they're thinking of or wanting to do is very sneaky. Okay, and like it doesn't have to be the worst way, but I don't know why that's a theme. I mean, it is like a water, whatever vibe, and I could see that, but it just kind of feels like being sneaky. So let me see what's going on. My pile number 3. All right, those 2 in the bottom. Well, it's a good thing. At first I was like, oh, this is going to be a shadow pile and I can't really avoid it because that's going to be my second time. But we got like a really sneaky spotlight, kind of like, because I read this one differently because it's like, you see, like normally it's someone sneaking off literal thievery and getting away with it. Here it's like, stop your caught red-handed. Like, oh, something about being caught red-handed is so funny to me because I even threw it in reverse just now, and it's like not being good at being sneaky, right? Like you're not good at being sneaky. And so either that's you or this person, and that's kind of what this person's thinking. And it could be what's funny, like this person may think it's funny, but like I got a vibe of like, stop, you're caught red-handed. That's so corny, and I know it is, but it's hilarious to me, the reader, because I've never said it before, not in a reading. So you got the 3 of Cups, which talks about camaraderie, which I don't even use that word. Like this is a different energy. It might be a bunch of new people stepping into the group, or just a new perspective, because camaraderie is not a word I use. Because I was gonna say friends, but that's not what I say. This is kind of having a good time, enjoying and celebrating and things like that. Some of you, there's like a surprise like gathering, right? Like it could be like a surprise party for someone coming up or you, and that's a thing. I'm talking too much. Let me put this down. All right. Well, stop your caught red-handed is hilarious to me still. So we got the Hermit, number 9. So you know what? Go back. Oh, definitely go back to the zodiac reading that I posted, I think yesterday. I say I think because I don't know when. This may be a day or 2 after I upload that one. But go back to that one. If you're watching this real time, for those of you that are not, the context is I'm filming this in Virgo season. Okay, I'm filming this in Virgo season, Virgo energy with the Hermit, and I referenced birthday. So some of you, something with your birthday could be a thing. So good for you if that's your sign or this person's sign or placements, right? Either way, don't take that like literally. It doesn't have to be like a huge Virgo thing. It's just that real time. It's just interesting that I led with that, and then I realized I have literally the sign of the birthday, right? So what else is going on with this person? What are they thinking and feeling about my pile 3? I heard something about spending a birthday alone. And then I heard something about not wanting to and wanting to celebrate the birthday with you. That's a thing. What's at the bottom? We got the Goddess of Cups. Feels like mermaid energy. Look at you. What? I got my Emperor at the bottom. Let me see, because this is a very sneaky energy on my table. It's kind of like a quiet, doesn't want to be read personality, if I'm being quite honest. It's kind of like, honestly, I feel like that 7 of Swords was almost like an energetic stop, you're red-handed. Like, you're not reading my energy almost, right? Kind of a vibe, depending on who you're asking about. But what is this? It's definitely someone that wants to fit you in their routine, wants to spend time with you more, or start spending time with you where it's pure crush and they don't spend time with you at all. Let me pull from these astrology based decks. Tell me more about my mermaid sugar cookie, please. What's the crush thinking? Feeling, next move. Opposition, imbalance, a point of tension, and a power struggle. There's definitely some sort of obstacles this person feels they have towards being with you, engaging you in some way. Hence the sneaky vibe. Okay, so let me see what this is. I even heard the word ops. That's hilarious. Jupiter, grow and expand. What is this loud challenge? There's a loud challenge on the table, okay, that this person may be hiding or feel you're hiding, okay? This is such a quiet person. Why are they making this hard? They're making it hard to read. I don't really want to make this, I don't want to make this a long reading. I'm trying to filter it. So let me just keep and we'll see what we get. Tell me about this mermaid sugar cookie. What's the crush thinking, feeling, potential next moves, please? Okay, maturing energy of a time to give rather than take. I mentioned, hey, I told you, like a lot of you, you're either a Virgo yourself or you're asking about a Virgo, like that's a thing, or it just is real time. Like it's real time. Because look at this, time to give rather than take, this new moon in Virgo. Got an incoming energy of full moon in Cancer, which is a personal issue reaches resolution. This person may be prioritizing some other things right now. When we talk about like, right, a time to give rather than take, a personal issue reaches resolution, it's like focusing my energy and stuff. I don't know what everybody's doing right now. I feel like this came out in a different pile. But we do have a fixed moon of holding your vision. One of you or both of you may have a fixed sign as your moon. I don't know why that came out prominently, but the fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, okay? So at the bottom, North Node, step out of your comfort zone. So that's a thing. That's why it came through prominently. So those of you that are like, I'm not a Virgo, this person's not a Virgo, we don't have those placements. One of you may have a North Node, and some of you have all of the stuff, okay? So I got that. What I like to see on my table that slipped in, because it's like, this feels like a person and they are caught on the table. It's funny because this person is like goal, like purpose driven, right? We got North Node. As soon as North Node slipped on the table after hold your vision, this person's energy kind of like the defenses went down and I was able to like slip in a little bit. Not saying this person's actively like, don't read me. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the energy of what I was trying to ask slipped in as I like moved on to something else. Like, oh yeah, hold your vision. This person's prioritizing their purpose in life. And then boom, Virgo, Cancer energy. That's home, comfort, family. That's day-to-day routine. That's your mundane tasks. This person's kind of thinking about how they kind of want to be at home with you, inside with you, beneath the radar with you, right? That's what I get. Like something about loud energy. You know what? So the people picking pile 2 were like, what's all that noise? You are asking about a personality type that would be like, what's all that noise? That's hilarious to me. That's why it carried over, because opposition, Jupiter feels like, ooh, that's loud. That's way too loud. And this feels like quiet. Like, 7 of Swords is sneaking off beneath the radar, having private gatherings, private, like close friend, quiet gatherings, or leaving gatherings where it's too loud to be to yourself and quiet. Like that's what this person's thinking. Okay. Now, obviously the shadow side of that is they feel like you're too loud and they want quiet. Okay. Like an incompatibility. But I don't get that. I get that this is a person you're asking about that's like, what's all that noise? So that's why it's funny. All right, I'm gonna pull from these last 2 love-based decks. I will get your advice from these 2 oracle decks and we will close you out. What's the next move? Figuring things out, stepping out of their comfort zone, trying to get to know you in a sneaky, I guess, a way where they can, because they want, here's the thing, the way that this person wants to engage you, whoever this is, because again, what's all that noise? That's this person. So where it's really loud and they don't like really loud energy, the type of situation to get to know you would be kind of weird and random depending on who you are and how you take it, right? Because this person wants to get to know you in deeply personal situations and environments that could come across as way too forward, depending on, because they don't know, if they don't know you, it's a crush, right? Like it could be way too forward and you might take it wrong, right? Like making it seem like they're trying to be intimate with you way too early, but really it's just really loud, if that makes sense. Because this feels like, it feels like a person, like a crush, right? Like they would ask you for your number and then instead of like a traditional date, they would want to go do something really intimate that you would do with someone that's already your partner, because quiet and like the beneath the radar energy, if that makes sense. Like something, this person just, the opposition in Jupiter is like, oh, that's way too loud. It's way too loud. Okay. We got calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. All right. Well, I mean, this person really admires you. They see you as their soulmate. They're trying to figure out a way to reel you in, pun intended, since we're like fishing and things like that. We got trust. The situation's calling for you to have faith. So yeah, this person's trying to figure out like how to like not come across as this weird thievery, sneaky energy. Because again, something about the way that they want to approach you or further the connection may come across as sneaky, manipulative, and like forward. I'm using that old school word because that's the best way to describe it. Like they don't want to come across like as untrustworthy or like, you know what I mean, chaotic, just based on the things they want to do. Okay. All right. Tell me more. My final message before we get this advice for my pile number 3. What's my pile 3's crush thinking, feeling their next move? It's gonna be to try to figure out, or when they figure out, getting you to trust them so that they, whatever they want to do, I don't know what they want to do. Okay, it's gonna be different for all of you. Yeah, okay. Family and friends. There you go. So it's gonna be okay. I told you it feels deeply personal. And you know what? Even where it's like chaotic, is even where it's not chaotic, and this person, like, let's say this person asks you to do something that's not making you think, why did, like, I'll give a story because I want to make sure the message is clear. You meet this person at the grocery store, you get their number, and then boom, the next day they're like, you should come to my house. And you're like, I do not know you, stranger. I am not coming to your house. You know what I mean? Yeah, but we're going to have like a little family gathering and all that. I don't know you to be meeting your family. You know what I mean? Like that's what that's the dynamic I'm getting, where this person kind of feels like it's strange because what they want to do, right, is be very comfortable with family, friends, because that's just their vibe. That's the way they do things. That's the way they move beneath the radar. Okay. Like this isn't a person that likes to be out and loud energy. Like this isn't a person that, like, they're not going to go to like a club. Like they're not going to be at a bar with like 1,000 people. They'd rather have like a thing. They don't even want to be in a super packed restaurant. Like this is a person that would want to have like a dinner at home or with a family. So like if this person asks you to dinner, they don't want to be at a restaurant like with all of these other people, all of these other conversations with all that noise, right? They want to be somewhere intimate where they can get to know you one-on-one. And to ask you that, depending on who you are or how they take you, it could seem really forward. Or if they ask, or even if it's not weird, like I don't know, I don't feel like this person would want to do that. And if they did, they would want to like, oh, we're having a gathering kind of a vibe. Like whoever, like, right? Like, oh, my friends are having this gathering, you should come. Oh, my family's having this gathering, you should come, to make it less pressure of, oh, you're just gonna come to my house, it's gonna be me and you and I don't know you. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's this group. That's the weird energy on the table. We do have magnetic souls. Your sacred souls are instantly drawn toward each other. This person does feel like they're like really attracted to you, really gravitating towards you, and like they think about you a lot. Like they do. Calling your soulmate magnetic souls, like feels like a pile of someone that would possibly try to like manifest you, or be like, oh, I hope I get a chance with like pile 3. Man, I hope I get to see pile 3. I hope I run into them again. I wonder if they're gonna be there on Tuesday. You know what I mean? Like things like that. So let me get your advice. We'll close it out. Tell me about my mermaid pile, my pile number 3. What advice do we need to give my pile number 3 regarding their crush, okay? Something about 2, okay? Right? We've got resilience. Foxes are cunning, like that 7 of Swords. So I don't know why you need to be resilient. Let me see. Be firm in your boundaries. I mean, definitely don't do anything you don't want to do. Step 1. I never encourage that. Don't do anything you don't want to do, right? Don't let anyone pressure you into something you don't want to do. Resilience is a boundary, okay? And then we've got good fortune, the moth. We've got let go, the crab. Right. Good fortune, let go, resilience. Oh, never mind. Like some of you do need the resilience. Like, don't let anyone pressure you into anything you don't want to do. Others of you, the good fortune, let go. It's like this could be a good situation. Like, don't overreact and be like, don't be overly resilient. Okay, so like, maintain your boundaries where you feel uncomfortable or anything like that, but like don't overreact where you know this is a good situation, you know this is a person you can trust and it makes sense, right? Especially if we're talking like family gathering. Like if you're gonna be like doing like family stuff, then I doubt anything weird or chaotic would go on in that setting, depending on how you feel about it, okay? So let me see. My final piece of advice for my pile number 3, my mermaid cookie. I'm struggling to cut. Oh no. Okay. My final piece of advice for my pile number 3, please. All right, look at you with lots of yellow. You may be my gold pile. Good for you. Got power. That's Marie Laveau. Look at her. Look at you. And then we've got share your gifts. So good fortune, let go of being overly resilient, where you need to let your guard down, right? Maintain a boundary where that needs to be a thing. Step into your power. That's what this kind of leads to. And then share your gifts. We've got good fortune with sharing of the gifts. We've got a lot of yellow gold on the table. Good for you. Love to see it. All right, that is all I have for you today. My pile number 3. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, pile number 4. Let's see for my sea coral wave with pearls, sugar cookie. What's your crush thinking? Their feelings and potential next move. Now, for those of you that are new, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read from a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself and the lesson in the journey. Something about this pile, it's I don't know, like fresh start, brand new energy, and it's been a theme today, but worse. Like, so I filmed this like back to back. I cleansed and then I sat right back down. Like I didn't take a break between 3 and 4, right? So it is weird that like when I tried to start, for whatever reason, I wanted to say the intro like the beginning, like the very beginning, where I do the visually impaired. So that could be a theme, like someone may wear glasses, someone may be, you know, have difficulty seeing, just bad eyesight or things like that. That could be a thing, you, this person, whoever, because I wanted to say that line from way at the beginning, and I only say it once per collective reading. And then also, like, I'm cleansing your table and the decks for your pile. And for the first time since I began using this deck, and I've had it for a year, prioritize your self-care, and maybe that's what this person's doing. I think it's funny that it's actually at the bottom, because look, see, yeah, 2. So I took special notice for whatever reason that the dominant colors were yellow, blue, and I'm just not realizing green is in the deck. And then purple. I think those are the only real colors, right? That's different shades of blue, right? So green and purple, I'm just now seeing the green. And then I wanted to lead with purple being like maybe someone's favorite color, or like something relevant about purple, and obviously now green. But like, the reason why it came to mind is I'm like, I always see 2 yellow cards come out. I always see 2 blue cards come out. And I've not ever seen 2 purple cards come out. So I don't know if you watch the channel a lot and you even notice, or if that's just me noticing so I can call out the color purple, and then I guess now green as well. But that's just more confirmation for you that you're in your right place, right space. Whether that's confirmation on your end or regarding something with the crush you're asking about today. All right, so tell me, my pile number 4, what's their crush thinking, feeling, next move? Single, strongly single, if you wanted to know. This is my pile of wanting to know. Is this person single? Did they break up with somebody? I mean, if they were with somebody, I guess. I don't know. Like, this is... Some of you, that's what they're thinking. They're thinking, like, did you break up with somebody? Are you single? Right? We've got the maturing energy of the God of Cups. All right. Little Poseidon, ocean vibe. Look at you. That trident is hilarious. So, I don't know. This person feels like they're interested. Right? That feels like a card of interest, of romantic interest. So let me see. Tell me more about pile 4. Like, straight up, like, I'm interested. Like, it hit me like that. Like, you know, when those cards came, I was like, I'm talking too much. It was very cut and dry. Not in a disengaged way, but just straightforward way. Like, this is a person, if they interact with you, when they interact with you, you'll know, or you've noticed, they're very direct. They're very straightforward with what they say and how they say it. It's not really like a lot of fluff. So like, it was like, oh yeah, I'm single. Are you single? Did you break up with somebody? I didn't. I'm single, been single. Like, that's the energy. And the God of Cups came out like, okay, what's the crush thinking? They're feeling next move. Lots of feelings. Like, they feel a lot, but the way they express it is like, I'm interested. That's what I'm seeing. And then now we've got, before I even noticed, the 8 of Pentacles talks about efficiency. Talks about being very diligent, very skilled, very talented. This person may be thinking that about you. They may be thinking they need to be very skilled in their approach to you, right? And this could also just be the way that this person interacts. Like, really efficient, doesn't waste any time. Like, that's the thing. So let me see. Some of you, this person's thinking you're very good at the things you do. Incoming energy of the 6 of Swords. Growth, expansion. I heard the word going places. That could be a thing. That could be a thing. If they don't see you, they think about you a lot. Because I've just noticed that I've got the masculine kind of sitting, observing, and then you've actually got 2 feminines working. I've never noticed that on the 6 of Swords. She's kind of like on the boat, I guess, leading the boat, managing the boat, and then the 8 of Pentacles is actively creating, but like, you don't see the face, right? Like, you don't like maybe you don't notice this person as much, right? Or they, like, that's their perception, right? You obviously notice them, you watch the channel, but asking about them, right? But it's just like, again, like, she's working, you don't see the face, and then you have this masculine here who's kind of just like sitting and watching. So that's the thing. All right. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna get you another card, because for whatever reason I wanted one. All right. And then a 4 comes out. 4 of Swords talks about rest, talks about a break, talks about comfort, talks about healing. Okay. Eyes closed. I was channeling eyes at the beginning. I was. So the Wheel of Fortune talks about the tide turning, preferably in the best way, things looking up from here. Okay. So I don't know what that would be regarding. It just feels like a ramping up of energy, in the best way, ascending of sort, especially with the Six of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. Talks about things working out, being very good at things, and then ascending towards success. So that's something this person's thinking about. I don't know why the advice card is warning me. Okay, because this is what's at the top. So number 33, this is another color, like it's like a light pink or whatever. Last card in the deck, closing of a cycle. It talks about manifesting, being very prosperous, creating things. So that's the thing. So this person's thinking about their ability to create with you, in hopes of impressing you or seeing you create, whether you realize it or not, and then like being very impressed by that. We've got a dragonfly spirit. All right, let me pull from these astrology based oracle decks. All right, tell me about my pile number 4. That was so loud. I don't know why, but it just was. Tell me more about my pile 4. House 12. Spirituality, transcendence, karma, sacrificial service, and healing. You know, the Wheel of Fortune is a very karmic energy. And karmic doesn't have to be a bad word. It simply could mean fated, right? Destined, when we say it like that. But house 12 is kind of could technically rule that God of Cups when we talk about like Pisces based energy of that flowy, woo-woo, possibly occult vibe. And then when we talk about like mental health and even like the deepest, darkest aspects of yourself that you may or may not be familiar with, where you are, you may avoid, like that seems to be a theme that this person's thinking of when it comes to you. Okay, rules everything on the table, woo-woo and everything. But I don't know, there was a sneaky vibe that's been coming out all day. So I don't know, like I guess you guys are secretly watching your crushes are secretly watching you. We're probably gonna do another secret admirer reading soon, just because of that, because it was, everything came out on the table. It's like sneaky. We've got house 11, so friends, like-minded groups, and humanitarian beliefs. All right. So that's kind of opposite energy. Like house 12 is where we hide, is where we put the aspects of ourselves that we don't want to share with other people, the parts that we don't want to be too loud, the parts we want to be quiet. And house 11 is like very collective and expressive in all of the weird, quirky things, right? So you know what? Combined, it feels like being very loud about these parts of you, or them being very loud about these parts of themselves, like not hiding your shadow, not hiding the quirky aspects of you. That's a thing, okay? This person admires that, and they're thinking of that. Some of you, they literally tell their friends, like pile 4 is like so quirky in the best ways. They're so unique in the best ways, like interesting, right? It feels like an interesting person. That's how they're describing you. So, all right, tell me more about 4, please. What's the first thinking, feeling, potential next moves towards my pile number 4? South Node. Don't let your past hold you back. I feel like you're it feels like a person that sees you as kind of like soul tribe. And when I say that, I mean like a past life connection. Like this is the type of person, if they're all like spiritual woo-woo, they're kind of like pile 4 and I were lovers in a past life. Like this person genuinely would believe that kind of thing, okay? They definitely do. So let me see. We've got show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. Hey, this is the first time today that I've put this deck on the left side. And ironically enough, I'm doing it right when it aligns. So something about things aligning in the right way, unconventionally, I heard the word, but also where you didn't plan it. Because I just decided I wanted to put the love decks on the right side and the astrology decks on the left side. Like I wanted that distinction for whatever reason. We'll see when they come out. But Aquarius energy right here. Okay, so some of you may have a north or south node in Aquarius. Look at you. But show the world the real you. Some of you, this person's like hiding and wanting to reveal themselves. That's what they're thinking. Like they're being sneaky and they want to let you know that they like you. So like this person feels like they think they're a secret admirer. Like you're asking about a crush that is actively secretly admiring you. There you are. There you go. That's your confirmation. And they're like, how do I reveal myself? Like, how do I make sure Pal 4 knows, even though you're asking about them and I'm telling you? so like they're secretly watching you. You're technically secretly watching them. You're getting these readings. It's funny. So asking friends about it. Some of you, they're telling their friends all about you. Telling their friends they want to really get to know you on the deepest level, right? Versus how you like come across in like collective spaces. Yeah, they're very engaged. So let me keep pulling these cards. I've only got 2 more, and then I will close for your advice with 2 more. Tell me, what's my Pal 4's crush thinking, feeling, their next move? It feels like so far revealing themselves as a crush, which is hilarious to me because they seem to think that it's this shocking thing because Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. Like they really think that this is a hidden thing, and it might be to you. I might be really revealing something, but if you're asking about a crush, you're at least interested in enough to notice them. And if you notice them, then you kind of have a vibe of like that some type of interest between the two of you. So this person just seems to think that they're like in the shadows liking you by themselves, like thinking they like the Pal 4 and that the Pal 4 has no idea. And it's just funny to me because the next move seems to be like stepping out of the shadows, revealing themselves to you as a crush, which I don't think you realize. It just doesn't feel like this energy on the table doesn't feel like a person that was actively hidden. Like you know what I mean? Like it feels like, I don't know, it's just odd. Like it feels like this person thinks it's this huge thing. Like, let me make sure I'm gonna tell them I like them, and it's like, okay, I like you too. I got passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Okay, all right. I'll put it. Indecisive energy, right? We got finances and career. We got financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. That could be a theme, but also that creative thing and being very passionate about like certain career paths and things that you enjoy. That seems to be a thing. Like they admire that you have things you're very passionate about, especially when it comes to career. Tell me, my pile number 4. What's the crush thinking? Feeling, potential next move. Attraction. Your captivating energy makes you attractive. You wear confidence well. Look at you. That speaks for itself, doesn't it? At the bottom, we've got warm embrace. Let yourself enjoy your partner's loving arms around your body. Their touch ignites a flame within you. Some of you, the next time they see you, they're just going to go in for the hug, if they have not already. And even if they do, like something about it, it's not going to be like a hey, how you doing hug. It's going to be a warm embrace, okay? There you go. All right, so I'm gonna get your advice. I know this pile was just so cut and dry. I like it because it was cut and dry. So let me just get your advice and tell you what you need to do, and then we will close this out for the day. Be on standby for the next Secret Admirer reading, or go to the playlist. You have Secret Admirer readings for sure. Okay, definitely do. Me my advice for my Pal 4 regarding their crush, please. What advice Okay, we got incoming energy of body balance, a little yin yang energy. Body balance talks about just prioritizing your needs, right? So I don't know how that's applicable to this person, but make sure you're in balance. Make sure like you're grounded and stable. You may actually, because to me, the reader, everything about this person is obvious. Like if they're secretly admiring you, it's very obvious to me on the table. It's probably obvious to other people, but you doesn't necessarily seem obvious to you. Okay. And that means you're not grounded, you're not stable. You need to be grounded, you need to be stable, because that means you're not aware of what's going on around you. I don't like that. But like you need to be grounded and stable so you can see what's going on, okay? And if you do that, you'll get a little special gift. You'll be a little extra, okay? You'll get a little extra. Okay? Honestly, it feels like you'll get the extra in revelation and realizing with this person, okay? Let me get this last one and close it out. Final piece of advice from my pile number 4 regarding their crush. So that's interesting. I don't know what that's gonna do. It's actually a scorpion. All right, they sting, right? Like I think they do. We've got navigation with the little fish. All right. So navigate through any blockages. Defense is kind of a block, right? Like it's like you're not coming through here, not on my watch, right? Like it's kind of powering through. So there seems to be some type of blockage to this connection. And I don't mean like literally the connection, but like it landed on warm embrace, right? So you need to navigate through whatever. I don't know why I'm hearing the word parameters. I don't know why I'm hearing that word, but like whatever like defenses against you, whatever with this person, right? If that's the thing. Body balance could be body language. You may seem defensive because it just feels like there's a defensive energy blocking the warm embrace. I know that's like a long drawn out explanation of this person's going to try to hug you. Don't be weird about it. I don't know what kind of energy this pile 4 is, but like, don't be weird about the hug. I don't know. I mean, some of y'all are like that. Some of y'all are really awkward when it comes to certain people. That's why I tell y'all to go outside and we do these readings. Because don't be like that with your crush. You come here and you make me do these readings to see how this person likes you. And I tell you the person likes you and the person's going to go for a hug. And then you act real funny in real life. And I'm like, don't do that. Okay, so that is all I have for you today. My pile number 4. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching.